What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about why I'm getting Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Now, this is my preview series where I talk about an upcoming game and whether I am going to get it, whether I'm not going to get it. And for this game, it's very, very easy. This is a game that means a lot to me, the franchise, I guess, going all the way back to my childhood. I always talk about me having trouble beating games when I was young and really up until, I'd say, 2 years ago, beating really any game. But that doesn't mean I didn't play games. And Destroy All Humans, both 1 and 2, I played a ton of as a kid. I don't think I made it very far because I would just replay the same things over and over, just literally destroying everything in my path, and that was kind of it, and I was actually very content with that. So Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed releases on August 30th. It comes out on the PC, on Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series X. So this is only a next-gen game. I believe they announced that all the way back when they first announced that this game was happening, and this is from the exact same team, Black Forest Games, exact same team that remade the first game, which was only 2 years ago. That first game came out at the end of July. This game comes out at the end of August, so they're shooting, every 2 years they release these. I'm hoping for a brand new Destroy All Humans instead of Path of the Furon next, but we'll see, what they do. This game looks incredible. It really does. I don't just say that. Visually, the game looks insane. It really, I think, builds upon all the strengths of the first game with, this is kind of, in my opinion, an underappreciated remake. I think it's maybe, the game franchise is big. It's big enough to, have a name, and it's got a draw to it. But in terms of, modern remakes, there are so many of them, and a lot of them do actually really well. This one is the same. I really would put this in the category of, these are how you do remakes, right? You bring back, it feels like you're playing the original, but it's got the improvements, the tweaks exactly where you would want them. They bring up the visuals. They tweak the gameplay just a little bit. The gameplay is almost timeless. You really don't need to do too much. You're really just bringing everything up to the modern day. You keep the same, story, and the acting is so good and so wild, and the jokes and all that stuff. It really is from a different era, and I'm really happy that they don't really mess with it, right? There were some things, and there's, I guess, just in general, things that happen in these games that I'm shocked actually makes its way through, modern time. I'm sure game journalists don't have the greatest time with these kind of games because they can get a little offensive and a little risky, because that's just generally how it was more back in the day. But no, I'm really happy with how this game looks. It's got co-op. That I think is going to be a huge, while it's only, again, it's limiting itself, which is fine, I guess. On next-gen consoles, you are going to be able to play it cooperatively, and that looks incredibly fun too. Being able to tear up these worlds with another person, I think that's going to give it. And that's something that I don't talk about too much, like with a Gotham Knights or a Saints Row, games that maybe some people are kind of middling on. They're not like the greatest thing, they're not the worst thing, but they both have co-op. And a game being co-op honestly could save the game just by itself. Just for the fact of being able to play as another person, you can have a totally different experience with a game in terms of just having fun and not even really caring about what you're doing in the game, just having fun with a friend. It really does bring an element in that even myself, honestly, I undervalue what that is. But obviously that's being added to this game, and I think that's an awesome thing. It's got the multiplayer. The multiplayer, I don't know if it already came out, if it was like a beta that came out, but there's like a multiplayer kind of connective thing as well. It looks great. To me, there's this game, there's Saints Row a week before it. Saints Row I'm pretty iffy on overall, but this is like we're coming back, right? We've had a very quiet summer for gaming, and honestly, when I talk about these games in these preview videos, part of the thing I say, okay, well, why am I getting it? Well, number one, the game just looks phenomenal, looks fun. It's got a link to my childhood. I know this game is good. This was in my opinion, the second game was the best Destroy All Humans game. I could see you arguing the first game, though. But also, you look at the release window, we have had it's been a dry year in general, besides, things here and there that have been big. But over the last couple months, it's been literally dead. There's games here and there, more like niche audience things, but for the most part, this is kind of the entrance back in, right? Saints Row, a game like this, and then you get into September with, again, like it or hate it, The Last of Us, remake, and then you get into September, October, November, and it literally doesn't stop. There's a lot of games. So to me, Destroy All Humans is my first, big jump back. I guess 2 Point Campus maybe was, but this game is my big jump back into games, and I don't really think it could get any better because I really, really am looking forward to this game. The first game, remake, the first remake that came out 2 years ago, really, really enjoyed it, had a ton of fun with it, and again, it did everything that you would want from a remake, and I really have no reason to believe they won't do the same thing here. Again, next up, and I'll make a video specifically on this, next up, I want them to make their own Destroy All Humans. You have the framework, make your own one. You can probably stop remaking it now. Then you start to get into the iffy Destroy All Human games where they're not universally loved. Make a Destroy All Humans 3 after this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow or support me anywhere else, all my social media is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.